Vladimir Putin is ready to talk about a truce with Ukraine as long as his conditions are met, sources in Moscow have said. It comes after Donald Trump told both sides to return to the negotiating table and threatened serious actions against Russia, which has been pounding Ukraine with drone and missile attacks.
You know, I believe him. I think we're doing very well with Russia. But right now they're bombing the hell out of Ukraine. I'm finding it more difficult, frankly, to deal with Ukraine. And they don't have the cards.
The Kremlin's conditions for a potential truce were shared last month at the US-Russian talks in Saudi Arabia. People familiar with the matter told Bloomberg. To secure a temporary ceasefire, Putin wants a clear understanding of an eventual peace settlement and what that entails. As part of the agreement, Putin will demand to establish the parameters of a peacekeeping mission and which countries take part, one of the sources said.
As you know, we're meeting in Saudi Arabia on sometime next week, early. And we're talking, would I find that in terms of getting a final settlement, it may be easier dealing with Russia, which is surprising because they have all the cards. And they're bombing the hell out of them right now.
It comes as Poland is preparing to train all men for war and is looking to gain nuclear weapons as tensions continue to rise in Eastern Europe.
Starali się do końca tego roku mieć już model gotowy, aby każdy dorosły mężczyzna w Polsce był szkolony na wypadek wojny, tak aby ta rezerwa była rzeczywiście.
Plans for the 500,000-strong army are being worked on, along with exploring options for nuclear weapons. Tusk said, "This is a race for security, not for war." Savage strikes were launched on cities and regions across the country, including dozens of ship-launched Caliber and strategic bomber-launched KH-101 missiles, one unofficial source claims. In Odessa, port warehouses storing ammunition were devastatingly struck, along with power substations. The NATO warplanes were on alert to shoot down any Russian missiles entering Polish airspace as tensions continue to spiral between Europe, Russia and the US. It comes as thousands of Ukrainian troops who took control of Russian territory over the summer have almost been cut off by Russian forces who have encircled them. Over the past 3 days, a Russian counter-offensive has managed to reclaim territory in the Kursk region and almost cut Zelensky's forces in two. As Trump left Kyiv's troops fighting blind by axing intelligence sharing, the Ukrainian soldiers have almost lost their main supply lines, open source maps revealed.